Hey guys, what's up? What's happening? It's the King of Games 98, and I know that I have not uploaded a new video to my YouTube channel in 3 weeks. 3 weeks it's been, yes. So, I want to apologize for that in advance. If you guys follow me on Twitter, at the King of Games 98, that is at DAK1NGOVGAMES 98. At the King of Games 98. I made a post about it explaining, between my school life, college, and life, itself, it just kind of got away from me for the past 3 weeks. So I apologize for that in advance. And I somehow went up 3 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Yay. And so, yeah. Okay, so if you guys don't already know, I'm a huge Cowboy Bebop fan. And a while back, I found a copy of Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star Volume 1 of the manga. And I was so hyped, I read it and did a 5-minute review video on it on my channel, and I will post a link to that video at the end of this video. Well, a while back, I hit up House of Fun in Oakland, New Jersey, ironically the same place where I got my copy of Volume 1 of Bebop Shooting Star, the manga, and lo and behold, I found Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star Volume 2 of the manga. I literally was freaking out, and I bought it. Even though for Volume 1, they charged me like $5, and then for Volume 2, they charged me like $8.50 or something. Whatever. It was almost like $10 for one manga, but I didn't care. Either of the 2 Cowboy Bebop manga series are not easy to find, so when I saw it, I knew I had to grab it, so I did. So, this is a 5-minute review on Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star Volume 2 of the manga. Okay. So, show you the table of contents, and I'm just going to briefly talk about them. Okay, so, between the 2 Bebop Shooting Star mangas, there's a total of 10 chapters that they call shoots. Or if you want to look at it this way, 10 different stories. So, in Shoot 6, The Man Who Would Be King, that basically tells a story about how the Bebop crew encounter this crew of pirates, basically. But they're not like your average pirates. They're like a futuristic modern-day Robin Hood. And they're called the Chessmen. Ironically, because they're all named after chess pieces. King, Knight, Queen. You get it. And so, they basically do Robin Hood. They steal money from rich people and give to the poor. I really liked that story because that was so different and unique. Okay, moving on. Shoot 7, Midnight Cowboy. The Bebop crew gets contacted by this old man who his grandson is missing and wants him to be found alive. So Midnight Cowboy is basically the Bebop crew looking for his grandson. Shoot 8, The Great Escape, they find, that's a continuation from Shoot 7. The Bebop crew finds out that this old man's grandson is the villain Scorpion, and leader of the Dragonhead Syndicate from the first Shooting Star manga. Plot twist, I thought that was a really cool I thought that was a cool story, how they worked that into the villain of Scorpion. And they do find Scorpion, but ironically, Spike shoots him with a tranquilizer dart from a tranquilizer gun, and he kills him, not knowing that he's allergic to tranquilizer darts. Yeah. Shoot 9, In Cold Blood. That was basically about Ed gets too rowdy and restless and sets booby traps all over the Bebop, and Ed, Faye, and Jet all get caught in them, and she's drawing all around in the Bebop, And so, long story short, they bring Ed back to Earth and drop her off and leave her at Earth. Shoot 10, The Hustler, the last and final chapter of the Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star manga. They find what appears to be money floating in space, and then a cargo ship where the money is coming out of, and they all go nuts thinking they hit the jackpot, only to realize it's all fake counterfeited money. And they actually get Ed involved, and she comes back onto the ship, and that's basically the last and the 10th and final story in the Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star manga. And so they all basically get reunited on the Bebop ship, and yeah. And that is real briefly how I would sum up each story in Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star Volume 2 of the manga. And now, of course, you can see here is both of my copies of the 2-volume run manga, which is Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star. Okay, so now I'm just going to go into my thoughts, feelings, opinions about this specific Cowboy Bebop manga series, and then I'm going to wrap up this video. Okay, so I was aware going into Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star that it was a retelling of the Cowboy Bebop anime series. Yeah, so I was well aware of that going into reading Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star, but you know what? I freaking love Cowboy Bebop so much. I was so curious as to how they changed the story of Cowboy Bebop, of how they all came to know each other. Spike, Jet, Faye, Ed, and Ein, you know? So I was really curious. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard mostly bad things about the Cowboy Bebop manga series. The first series is just Cowboy Bebop, the second is Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star. I have not read the first just Cowboy Bebop manga series. I've just read Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star. And you know what? From what I read from it, honestly, I liked it. It was different. The art style was really cool, different but cool. The stories I dug for the most part. I could definitely see them set in the Bebop universe. And you know what? How Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star ended, I will go on record for saying I actually really liked that ending a lot better than the Cowboy Bebop anime series. Yeah. So, yeah. Would I recommend Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star, the manga series, to hardcore Cowboy Bebop fans? I don't know. Honestly, it's really hard to say. I guess first off, it depends how much you like Cowboy Bebop. Second, I guess it depends how much you liked the storyline of the Cowboy Bebop anime series. And then third, I guess it would be if you read mangas, because if you do read mangas, then great. If you don't, you probably wouldn't enjoy reading it then. You know, I guess ultimately it would be it would come down to if you have an open mind to a different retelling of the Cowboy Bebop story. That's, I guess, what it would ultimately come down to. Okay, so this video ran a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but you know what? It's Cowboy Bebop. I love it. It's worth the time. It deserves the time. Okay. So, I'm just going to go into my thoughts, feelings, opinions about the Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star manga, and then we're going to wrap up this review video. Okay. Did I like Cowboy Bebop, the did I like the 2-volume Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star manga series? Yes, I did. Did I think it was a perfect manga series? No, by no means. Did I like it as a retelling of the Cowboy Bebop anime story? Yes and no. You know, I liked certain storytelling aspects that were in the Cowboy Bebop anime series and how they were executed in the Shooting Star manga series. It was okay. You know, some of the character designs I did not like. Some I didn't like. Some I did like. I believe I said that before in my first review video of the Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star manga volume 1. Yeah. The stories in the Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star manga series, I liked them for the most part. I thought they were different. I thought they were unique. I dug them, you know. The ending of Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star, now I promise I'm not going to spoil it, but just the ending of Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star is so different than the ending to the Cowboy Bebop anime series. It's got me having mixed feelings about it. Mixed as in, I liked the ending, the Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star. I liked how it ended, and then I didn't like how it ended. The ending to the Cowboy Bebop anime series is truly magnificent. It's just a final hurrah for Spike, Jet, Faye, and Ein, because at that point Ed isn't with them. It's just a final hurrah, and you know what? Spike confronts his past and he deals with it. He deals with it, and he just, you know, he faces the music, basically. He does what needs to be done, and he confronts his past and he deals with it. You know, but again, tragically, Spike dies at the end. In Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star, Spike never confronts his past, and, you know, they reunite with Ed, and he doesn't die. So that to me in itself was different, which, you know, again, I expected. I liked it, but then I didn't like it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop rambling now and just give my final rate. My final rate, for me personally, for the Cowboy Bebop Shooting Star 2-volume manga series is going to be a 7 out of 10. Now, that's just me personally. Other, you know, people, fans of Cowboy Bebop might feel differently. You know, I get that. That's just my feeling, my take on it. Again, would I recommend it? Hard to say. If you're a diehard fan of Cowboy Bebop, yeah, maybe, why not? If you're open to a different storytelling version of Cowboy Bebop, yeah, why not? If you're not open to it, I wouldn't read it. Okay, thanks for watching this, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you've ever read either of the Cowboy Bebop manga series. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.